Hello everyone, my name of course is Artimage, you're being a pure awesome, and this is day 5 of my Vyvanse trial. Today started off a little different just because I had a day off, and this would be how a normal weekend would go, but of course we've got this upcoming monkey wrench of things where I'm on night shift for 2 weeks starting tomorrow. I'm working on my schedule change now, so we'll see how this plays out. Now, I didn't record a whole lot today because there wasn't much to really record. I had a typical day off, lazy day sort of thing where I struggle to get the motivation to get started on things I need to do. Once I got going, I had the momentum was good though, but that is a typical thing for me. So I wouldn't say that's an area where the Vyvanse has made any difference. I did have one notable thought slip later on in the day after the Vyvanse would no longer be in effect, and that's about the only time I noticed, so again, could still be doing something. Now overall today was a fairly standard day. I did take advantage of the nice weather and I just went out for a walk, did a minor errand, stopped by the library, which they have changed the library in a big way that I am not happy with, but it's one of the small local branch libraries, so take what you can get, kinda. Then went back outside and just practiced yo-yo for a while. I spent a fair bit of the day outside in what sun we got. It's quite breezy, but overall nice, good temperature. I enjoyed my day. Really a thing where I don't have a lot to talk about, and that makes me wonder a lot. Not being a medical professional, I do not have a lot of insight to this. I have some broad general knowledge on conditions like this, on their treatments, but I'm not familiar enough to say what the Vyvanse is responsible for, if it is having an effect on anything, if it is ADHD. I know enough people who have enough experience with these things as well, where they are saying, yeah, you probably have ADHD. So I'm taking the consensus for it at this time as a likelihood. I think part of my concern overall might just be that the idea of the premise of my method being a little flawed. The usual scientific method is you seek to disprove something, and when you fail to disprove it, that's when you affirm it. But this is not medical science in the typical sense. Diagnosis is not through such a thing in most cases. Obviously there are conditions like borderline personality disorder or fibromyalgia where it is pretty much a diagnosis through elimination. But bipolar disorder, ADHD, depression, schizophrenia, diabetes, so many things are diagnosis through affirmation. If anyone has any thoughts or feedback, I'd really love to hear from you, because I like to know if what I'm doing makes sense. For anyone who's started a medication who might have experience, any sort of help that people out there with more knowledge on this specifically than I have would be helpful. Not necessarily the specific method, because I don't know who else might have done this, unless it was inadvertent through something like a lack of diagnosis to bipolar disorder themselves, or trying other things and a doctor being like, well, we tried other things and maybe this will work. We have concerns around this, but it's what we think is going to work best anyway. Those can happen. But I'm at a state where my own assessment is not going to be helpful. The best I can do is report my experience as data. So I don't really have anything more to add at this point. So we'll see how this Saturday goes, the day that you're watching this. I will be taking my Vyvanse sometime in the afternoon. I'll be staying up through the night. I will be waking up in time on Sunday to do Sundays in the Valley, and either here or on Twitch. I hope to see you all tomorrow. So until then, take care of yourselves and each other, and hang on to that awesome.